What's going on? This is Masteros TCG up in the mix, and I got a deck profile for you guys. This is going to be the Watt-Hunder deck, and if you have not seen a duel video for this, make sure you check that out. I'm going to put a link in the description, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So we got the 3 Thunder Seahorse. Thunder Seahorse is really good for this deck, searches out all the monsters, and it's just too good not to run at 3. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about it. The only downside to it is that you cannot special summon once you use it, but I mean, not a big deal. Then you get the Violent Prism. Violent Prism is a level 4 tuner, so it makes all your level 8 synchros. And you can run it at 3, but I prefer running it at 2. Then you got Watt-Hunder. With Watt-Hunder, you get your extra normal summon. In conjunction with Watt-Hunder, you can get at least 2 Xyz monsters on the field. So it's just too nice. Then you got Watt Giraffe. Watt Giraffe can attack your opponent directly, and when it attacks, you can actually prevent your opponent from using spells, traps, or effects. So this is really good against flip effect decks or other kinds of decks, but namely Gravekeepers. I've seen this is works really well against Gravekeepers because you can attack them and then attack again their face down flip effect monster, and it will not work. So I mean it's really good against Gravekeepers in that sense. Then we got One Honest. Well, I mean One Honest is pretty essential in any light deck, but it's just as important in this deck because all the monsters have pretty low attack. So I mean, this is pretty necessary at once. Then you got Watt Pheasant. Watt Pheasant can attack your opponent directly. When it attacks your opponent, you can take one monster and banish it until the end phase. So this is really good against Xyz monsters your opponent controls because you can just banish it and get rid of all its Xyz materials. So yeah, but you don't need more than one. I think one is enough. Especially because you can switch it out with the next card, Watt Cobra. Watt Cobra can attack your opponent directly as well, and when it attacks, you can search out any Watt monster from your deck to your hand, including Watt Cobra. So it's such a good card. You need to run it at 3. Then you got your spells. You got Dark Hole. You got Soul Charge, an amazing card. I substituted this for a third recycling battery. I mean honestly, I'm just trying it out right now, and so far it's been pretty good for me. And yeah, we'll see if I take it out in the future or not. But for now, I think I'm just gonna keep it at 1. Then we got Swords of Revealing Light. This is a really good card because not only does it prevent your opponent from attacking, but your big level 8 synchros can still attack. That was a downside for me with Messenger of Peace because I had all these big monsters with 1500 or more can attack. So that means my level 8 synchros were not able to attack, and it was a big hindrance in this deck considering one of the big plays in this deck is to make the level 8 synchros. So I put in 1 the Swords of Revealing Light just to get over that. Then we have the 3 Pod Duality. This is really good in conjunction with Thunder Seahorse because you can just really dig through your deck. There's no real downside considering Thunder Seahorse you can't special summon, and when Pod Duality you can't special summon either. So I mean it's a no-brainer to run 3. Then you got Recycling Batteries. It's a really good card. It just gets back your Thunder monsters from your graveyard to your hand. It can set up a huge plays, and a lot of time this is a game winner. Then you got the Mystical Space Typhoon. Obviously, just get rid of that background. Yeah, then you got Forbidden Lance. Forbidden Lance is just a good card, protect your monsters. And then you got Messenger of Peace. Messenger of Peace is amazing. If you get all your Watt monsters on the field, a lot of times with Messenger of Peace on the field, you can just keep attacking till game. And there's nothing they can really do about it unless they have some sort of back row protection. So you'll run at 2. Then you got the Bottomless Trap Hole, the 2 Mirror Forces, the 2 Dimensional Prisons, the 2 Fiendish Chain. I want to run at 3, but I think I'm going to stick to 2 for now. And the Solemn Warning. Then for the extra deck, we got Crimson Blader, Scrap Dragon, Blight End Dragon, Stardust Dragon, and Stardust Spark Dragon. And for the Xyz, we got Thunder Spark Dragon, Photon Papilloperative, Flagship of Corn. This is really good with Messenger of Peace because even though it can't attack, it can still inflict 1000 damage to your opponent if they have monsters that are weaker than this. So it's really good in that regard. Then you got Silent Honor's Arknight. You're at 2. This is probably gonna be the most common Xyz to go into, and right now it is like the best Xyz card in the game. So I mean I think 2 is pretty stable for this deck. Then you got Starleech Paladynamo. I mean pretty stable level 4 in any light deck. Then you got Exciton Knight. Yeah, and 2 Gaga Cowboy because a lot of time this deck just turns into a battle of just pecking at your opponent and dealing a little damage little by little with the Watt monsters, and the Gaga Cowboy can just put the finishing touches on it. So 2 is decent in this deck. Alright, so that's my Watt-Hunder deck. If you liked it, make sure you like this video. If you think my deck was good, leave a comment, tell me that you like it. If you thought I should change something, also leave a comment, tell me what I should change. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, and that will be all. Bye.